Hey guys, and a big welcome back to all my fellow comic book and pop culture fanatics. It's going to be kind of a short video, but I got a couple special things. First few things I got here is just it's part of some of the last hauls I got from a dealer, and these are some graphic novels that DC put out back in the 80s, and I think they were like two different series. There was one called DC Graphic Novel and DC Sci-Fi Graphic Novel. But most of them were like graphic novel based, or I mean sci-fi based. And I think maybe the sci-fi series were actually adapted from sci-fi writers. But this is one called Warlords. This is by Steve Skates or Skeets. He did a lot of work on the Aquaman books and a lot of the other stuff DC put out in the early '70s. And art's by David Wenzel. I think I remembered Wenzel from, I think he did some Avengers work in the 70s, and I know he did some other stuff. I can't really remember which issue it was. But these, I thought these were really nice. It's when they were, experimenting with a better paper, and I always like the bigger format. You can see the art a little bit better. But these are actually pretty nice. Got a painted cover, and let's see, art, and these are really good. Really cool page. But I think this is, I don't think it has a number. Actually, it does. It's, can't see that, but it says number 2 in DC's graphic novel series. Okay, there's another one called the Medusa Chain. This is all by Ernie Colon, or Cullen, whatever you want to call him. I think I had read this. I borrowed this from a friend years ago, but I never had a copy of my own. I really loved the cover and the art, and the story was really good. That's the first printing. Really nice cover. So I guess what they called back then the prestige book. They were square bound. There's another one. This is by Greg Potter and Ron Randall, and me and Joe Priest. Haven't got to read this one yet, but it's got what I've seen. It's got some really great art in it. I'd seen Randall's stuff in a few books, but I think this really kind of showcases. Kind of reminds me of Pat Broderick in a way. So looking forward to this one. And the last of these graphic novels is actually adapted from a sci-fi story by Larry Niven called Magic Goes Away, and this is adapted by Paul Kupperberg and Jan Duursema. And got a picture of Larry Niven on the back. All you sci-fi fans, I'm sure you've heard of him, which I am a sci-fi fan too. But yeah, this is a really great looking adaptation. Some of the stuff in here is kind of reminiscent of Pablo Marcos, maybe. But really nice artwork. Looking forward to reading this one. Okay, this next one was a random act of kindness from one of our fellow YouTubers. Everybody knows, I'm sure. Sid, BLADE911100. And I'd sent him some stuff a while back, I think. Like some extras, just like some sci-fi and horror magazines I had. I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't ask him for anything, but it's just another example of the great guys we have in this community, guys and girls. And he sent me an IDW comic. It was a subscription cover, and I guess this was like a sketch cover, a blank one. Garbage Pail Kids. Well, I kind of looked at it and I was like, well, that's pretty cool. Kind of got to the Garbage Pail Kids version of Spider-Gwen. And of course I haven't got in on the Spider-Gwen thing and whatnot, but I love this, and I looked at it closer and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Sid actually did this. I mean, he drew this and color or painted it, and as that was it was awesome. I looked at it and looks like he did 2 or 3 different mediums here. Maybe drew it and inked some of it, and I think the rest of it he painted. But there you see Sid's initials down there, 2015, and I was just blown away. I said, "This was just awesome." Sid, thank you so much, man. I mean, you didn't have to do this, but I said this is definitely going up on my wall with my other sketch covers because this is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's just an awesome painting. Well, what really blew me away, well, equally blew me away, you know, I was getting ready to stick this in a stack, and I just happened to look on the back, and he did another little pen and ink sketch. And I'm like, of course, you know, you guys that know me knows what an ape fan I am, and this is obviously a great pen and ink drawing of either the Caesar or Cornelius character from the original Planet of the Apes. And you know, so Sid signed it. This is just beautiful, and this is going up on the wall too, Sid. Anything Planet of the Apes, man. I mean, this is just utterly fantastic. I mean, we have so many talented people in this community, and Sid is one of the best. And that's just some great line work there. So, Sid, buddy, thanks again. That's just awesome. You didn't have to do that, but I really, truly appreciate that. I would appreciate something more like this, more than I would like maybe a key issue or something, because that's something somebody did. You know, that's somebody's talent, you know, and they took the time to do that. So, like I say, you guys that haven't checked out Sid's channel, be sure to do so. Just a great guy. He's got a great collection of autographs and horror and sci-fi stuff, and just all kinds of pop culture. I mean, he's just a great guy, and grateful we got him in this community. But Sid, thanks once again. I can't get over the ape thing, man. That's just too good. That is badass. That is going up on the wall. Okay, last thing I got, and I think a couple guys have probably already shown this, but I'd always wanted a copy of this, and I was finally found a good deal on one. I'll have to pull back for this, but this is one of the artist editions from IDW, Joe Kubert's Tarzan of the Apes, and this is just an absolutely beautiful book. I want to let me try to get a better viewpoint on this so I can open it up. But this is just a beautiful collectible right here. Like I say, you got, and this is all, you know, people that have purchased some of these books. I mean, they're reprinted in the same size as the original art, you know, reproduced off the pages of the original art, so you get to see just exactly what it looked like. Of course, there's a cover of DC's first Tarzan issue, and you can see where they pasted over the logo, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and you can see where they had the tape on it, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see it on this, but you can kind of see the blue line pencil that KUBERT used on some of this. But this tells you know, the issue and what page, and I'm not going to go through the whole book, but just want to show you a few pages. This is just absolutely fantastic. I say it reproduces, I think it's several complete issues of the first ones, and maybe just like a couple scattered ones from DC's Tarzan. Man, anybody that can't appreciate KUBERT's work, I was just, wow. And this, his Tarzan was probably the first exposure I had to his artwork when I was a kid. And there was something about it, I was like, I kind of had the same reaction to him that I had to Kirby when I first saw it. I was like, well, you know, KUBERT's stuff is kind of scratchy, and it's not real fancy or anything like that. And I thought, in Kirby, well, his stuff looks kind of blocky and kind of cartoonish-like. But it took me a few years to appreciate both these guys. Of course, now, you know, once you get older and you're a comic fan, you really see what these guys were trying to do, and they're just absolutely the best in the business. And I just love KUBERT's stuff. Say some more pages. See if I can find another cover. Tarzan's birth. Okay. It's a really nice illustration. Okay, here we have the second DC issue, 208. Like I say, everybody that has purchased these or has seen them know they're just, like I said, they're reproduced from the original artwork. And it's just great. You know, you get to see all the little scribbles and the signatures and the stuff that they've pasted over or pasted. You can tell right here they've pasted some of the stuff in, drawn it and pasted into that panel. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And this is, not sure what this is. This is a color overlay or something. Anyway, whatever it is, it's pretty nice. But anyway, just thought I'd show that one. Really beautiful looking book. And in I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I think maybe next week, they're releasing the Jack Kirby Commandy Artist Edition, and I've got that one on order, so really looking forward to getting that one too. But I really wanted this one because I just love KUBERT's Tarzan. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging around. Hope you enjoyed what I showed. Sid, thanks once again, buddy. I really appreciate it. That's just awesome, awesome artwork. And guys, I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.